hope you're not too busy to listen to our stories. We hope you like them all and you don't find them boring. And are you shitting me? Blah! At the farm out here.
Pretty humid out here.
Rattlesnake Canyon.
This is a bad idea.
No, it's a great idea. I'm glad we're doing this. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. Rap. It's a cut. So.
All right, cut.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
It's too humid out.
Bit
Might take
toasty.
my shirt off.
Well, we're recording this time,
No,
like
if we
video,
were just doing
so maybe not.
Yeah, oh, definitely. If it's on video, I'm definitely taking my shirt off.
So I guess there's a few things. I wanted to recap a couple of things. One, Pornhub does have an app.
Who would have that app?
I don't know. You got to be a pretty bold human just to have that on like your home screen of your phone.
Especially like a married man.
Right, yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely downloading this.
That one definitely goes in a folder called like taxes.
Well, and have you ever noticed? Not that I've ever seen a lot of Pornhub, but like they have the option to share those videos.
Really?
Yeah.
Like, hey, buddy, I felt like tagging you in this one. I feel like you really enjoyed it.
I don't even know if there's an option to
You
share.
gonna get all of them I shared to you?
No, buddy.
Let's be a different Levi.
Yeah, some other guy named Levi getting tons of fucking porn.
Oh, that was Dirty Sanchez. That's right.
The other thing that I wanted to update from our previous episodes was that Rachel Bernstein from Tucson, she was listening to us. What's up, Rachel? She's a friend and a listener.
Rachel!
She said that unfortunately her mother passed away out in Oregon.
That sucks.
Yeah, I want to say it was in April, and they were driving home from I don't know why everything always revolves around Portland, Vegas.
It won't for long.
So, dude, it's constantly like but in this podcast, I feel like Portland and Las Vegas and Safford get brought up constantly, and for whatever reason. Yeah. So this Rachel from Tucson, who has family in Portland, her mother passed away, and then they had a celebration of life, as she put it, and then on the way home, she thought, well, let's do something fun, and let's stay at this haunted clown hotel in Tonopah. Yeah, she fucking stayed there. And so she told me, so she reached out to me to tell me the story and said that when she was driving back through, they stopped, and for whatever reason, like an hour before they got there, power went out all over Tonopah. So like,
of course.
So
I mean, our power grid is probably pretty weak.
Dude, I would imagine. Well, did you know that there's also there's a graveyard next to it? Did you tell me that?
Yeah. I don't recall that.
No, there's like an old graveyard next to the haunted clown hotel.
Probably, yeah, an old one.
Yeah, and like she said that a lot of the headstones are unmarked and pretty creepy. And who knows? They could just be throwing headstones.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
Yeah, like,
I don't remember there being a freaking cemetery there.
So they may have just cooked one up.
So
just for like,
they're like just throwing headstones.
Let's
no
creep
names.
everyone the fuck out that's willing to stay here. But she did say when she stayed there. So coincidentally, the power did go out. That much.
Saw a clown.
No, she didn't see a clown because she's not. Well, maybe I'm sure she saw tons of clowns. The clown didn't.
It's that fucking
clown themed hotel.
Yeah, she saw tons of them, but she didn't. She didn't see a haunted one. She did say, however, that she told me that she doesn't dream, and that night in particular, so she brought her mother's ashes home with her, and when she had fallen asleep, she kept on having these horrible dreams that clowns were trying to take the ashes of her mother. Yeah,
I told you they're shady bastards.
Yeah, I have no intention of ever staying at that hotel. I don't get how people would ever want to. But
It doesn't sound fun.
No.
I'll do it.
She said the restrooms were fucking disgusting. Like,
I bet.
They used the restroom. They did not shower. They just fucking drove. They just waited till they got home in Tucson. So yeah. Oh, and then she also did tell me that
definitely shower after sleeping in one of those beds for sure.
get a hotel room specifically in Vegas or something or wherever just to like shower yourself.
Anybody listening to this, drive straight through.
Tonopah.
Make sure you have enough fuel. I mean, fill up. Keep going. Like, there's nothing there for you.
In Tonopah?
Nothing. Just go. And I don't care. What? Like 1,500 people live there. I don't care if they hate me.
Well, yeah, I don't even hear this shit. They don't.
I hate most of them.
You don't know that.
I know, yeah.
Somebody in Tonopah is listening right now and going, that's fair.
Yeah, right.
My uncle lives there, so he may have heard a couple of these.
Well, all right, so we got one listener in Tonopah. Yeah. So that we're not apologizing to.
I'm not even apologizing.
Sorry, not sorry.
No. The other thing I wanted to bring up too was, did you guys know that on Rotten Tomatoes, that Dumb and Dumber's only got a 67% out of 100?
The original.
I mean, that's not horrible for Rotten Tomatoes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, it's definitely better than that. But,
well, absolutely. But did you know? I also looked up the movie Labyrinth, and that one's only got 75%.
Yeah,
Labyrinth.
Dude, there's some.
Dude, don't you finish that sentence?
Two Dumb and Dumber, dude. I'd rather.
They're two totally different movies.
Yeah, two different.
Dumb and Dumber doesn't have David Bowie's dick in it, pal.
Well,
back the fuck off.
Well, I mean, if you're into dick, I guess.
Well, I think anybody's into David Bowie's dick.
Well, see, the thing about Rotten Tomatoes is there's some absolute gems of movies that have zeros.
Yeah, right.
I mean,
I wouldn't even make salsa out of Rotten Tomatoes. I'll tell you that.
I mean, I guess I wouldn't
fuck
either. Fuck them.
Who's judging this anyway?
Rotten Tomatoes.
No,
apparently.
no. What's your like favorite like futuristic movie?
Oh, dude, have you guys ever seen the movie Children of Men?
No.
It's a movie.
It sounds familiar.
It's a movie about it's a dystopian future where the world's falling apart because women can no longer have kids. And
so it's America.
Whoa!
Sorry.
Which? Yeah, I mean, I've got my own movie.
Oh, I was going to say. So that's mine. Children of Men.
Children of Men. I'll have to.
Check
I'll have to
It's
rewatch
really
it.
good.
I'm sure I've watched it. I'm sure I was just too drunk to remember it.
It's a good one.
No. Idiocracy.
Oh, dude. That is more of a documentary than it is a fucking movie.
Well, it's a future
has
documentary about where we're heading, man.
Dude, it's unbelievable.
But it is so fucking funny and well written.
Creepy.
That I mean, seriously, like.
Damn, I want to change my answer. I got Children of Men. Yeah, you know what? Mine's fucking Idiocracy too.
Oh man, but it's just the stupidest movie, but it's so stupidly scary.
Yeah, no, it's pretty accurate.
We are living that
when they're watering
in the U.S.
when they're watering their plants with Gatorade.
Yeah.
It
has
the only water you could get was in the toilet.
Remember, what was the name of the reality show they used to watch?
Oh my balls!
Oh my balls! I was watching Oh My Balls. Wait, Adam, what's your favorite?
My favorite futuristic movie?
Sure, I guess.
It's Fifth Element.
Oh yeah,
hands down.
Well, Bruce Willis.
It doesn't get the credit it deserves, certainly.
Right. Bruce Willis, Mila Jovovich.
Oh
yeah. Yeah, I never. How do you say her name?
Mila Jovovich.
Jovovich.
I mean, I don't know if I'm saying it right. I could be
good
wrong.
looking. Like I would leave my wife.
Whoa. In Arby's? Is that what you said?
I would leave her at Arby's to go to McDonald's and buy Mila.
Jovovich. How do you say it again?
I say Jovovich. I might be.
But hell, this movie's like 20.
Well, all these movies we're talking about are like more than like 20.
Well, I know. I think
Labyrinth alone.
Fifth Element was the 90s.
Yeah, it was 90s.
Labyrinth was what, the 80s?
Labyrinth was late 80s.
Late 80s.
But get this, Dumb and Dumber. To go back to that, was in 1994, which is where like all the best movies ever were filmed in 1994. We've gone over this before in the first episode.
The 90s were the shit.
Yeah,
a lot of good stuff.
It was prime years for
well,
fucking.
Yeah, I mean, Shawshank Redemption, Pulp Fiction. I mean, there's like, I don't know, tons and tons of movies that came out that time. Does anybody have a favorite quote from Dumb and Dumber? Because I don't know if I have a favorite quote, but I have a favorite part for sure.
Oh no, favorite quote?
That's a good one.
Right? Yeah, you want to hear the most annoying sound in the world.
Yeah.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Oh yeah, that's
the best line in that movie.
But did you guys ever notice that in that movie there's like it feels like it's a universe of jokes that unfold the more you watch it. I feel like
you never called Lloyd. I mean,
what I've watched this movie for so long, and like it was like 3 years ago. I noticed a joke that has gone over my head for years, and it was Lloyd is the protagonist of the film. Is named Lloyd Christmas, so that's his full name, and he's looking in the mirror, and he's putting the girl that he loves, Mary Swanson's first name with his last name, and he's going. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Dude, yeah, like there's so many. And you know what it reminds me of, and I hate overusing this analogy, but in that time, and I know like Nirvana came out way prior to that, but like Nirvana, for instance, like Nirvana didn't know how fucking cool they were, so they were accidentally way cooler than they were even they even realized. Like they were right. They didn't.
Which actually made them cooler.
Way fucking cooler,
they
right?
Cool.
And everything they're wearing was out of necessity. Their flannels, their ripped jeans.
They're like it's fucking cold.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And then all of a sudden they actually changed the world. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because like when Dumb and Dumber, when it was written, I don't feel like they intended that to be like an earth-changing film the way that it turned out to be.
Right.
I think it changed the earth. I just thought it changed.
Life-changing.
It definitely changed like pop culture.
Everything.
Yeah.
Dude, I mean,
that is very quotable.
Well, it's another movie like just like Forrest Gump.
Oh yeah,
just changes. Yeah, like everybody knows it. Everybody refers to it.
Forrest Gump is. But like these younger like this younger generation, I don't think that they don't care about Forrest Gump. I don't think it's like for us, like it was everything. Like they don't care.
So like.
But but real quick, and I'll end it right. Swear to God. So, but you notice that these kids are literally like going one by one and like ruining everything from our childhood. So, like all of a sudden they made Thrasher uncool.
They're jealous as fuck.
Thrasher was like that you wore that specifically if you skated. Well, now every kid for like the past years wore it and made it unoriginal. Now they're on a Nirvana. You see all these kids in Nirvana shirts, and they don't know who the fuck that band is, and they're gonna make Nirvana uncool. They are on a fucking a mission to destroy us, like a destroy the 90s and everything that...
You've never seen Nirvana play, kid?
Well, neither have I, but I fucking love it.
I
fucking love it.
MTV.
Yeah. So what were you going to say, though? I apologize. I cut you off, and I feel bad.
So I got this guy I work with, and he was telling me about watching Forrest Gump with his family, and I guess his mom's name is Jenny.
Oh, Jesus. Anybody named Jenny in that time was just fucking raked over the coals.
Yeah, so he's like, we were watching it, and I always say, oh, he's so smart, Jenny, he's so smart. And he tells me, he's like, that was the point of the movie my mom said, no, and turned it off.
No shit?
And turned it off.
Wow.
Because talking about slow, like.
Yeah.
Well, but he was like, but she was so tired of hearing the nonsense. like she seems like a 50-year-old mother or a 20-year-old kid.
And they don't paint Jenny in a very positive light in that film.
I mean, well, she did.
Right.
She went through some fucking rough shit.
Right.
Well, in the end, especially like when she confesses that she has AIDS or whatever it was, she didn't ever actually come out and say what she had.
We all know.
Why the fuck
we all know.
She said it's a new disease they know nothing about and it kills people.
Hepatitis, maybe?
Hepatitis ain't fucking dropping people like that in the 80s.
It's killing people?
Yeah,
sure, but it's not.
C was killing people back then.
Because that was at that part of the film.
It's just
A and B weren't too bad, but
then
C
Ginny had herpes, or what was it? What
Hepatitis. Well, I guess it's a sort of herpes.
I don't know. I don't think anybody.
It does spread.
I wish that they would actually just clarify some of these questions for us.
I mean, I'm sure you can find out on the internet.
But everybody assumes it's AIDS, and
why wouldn't we?
That was the big one
that kills people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I just I don't feel like there was a hepatitis epidemic that I just
there was, but it wasn't as big as the AIDS epidemic.
Well, that's the thing about Forrest.
We only hear what they want us to.
But that's the thing about Forrest Gump, though, is it's a very topical movie for every generation. So they went through each generation. They brought everything that was topical. Now, in the 80s, AIDS was topical. That's why it lends more to the fact that it was probably AIDS more than hepatitis or herpes or whatever you guys say. That's just my opinion. That's just my opinion.
Good point.
Yeah. You're
So-
not wrong. You're not wrong.
And you're wrong.
No. So can I ask you guys a question? If there
Why we're here.
was a public lynching, would you guys go and watch?
Fuck yes.
I mean, yeah, probably.
I'd love to see a well-hung man.
Well,
I mean, it depends on what the lynching was for.
I think they'd only have to fucking hang one pedophile and it would stop it altogether.
Right.
It'd probably take more than one, sadly. But I'd go to.
I
I would.
know,
I
man.
would definitely go to a pedophile lynching.
If everybody was required, well, and that's the thing. You
I'd
can't
pay for the
require.
rope.
You can't.
Yeah, sure, I mean,
you can't require people to go to a lynching, but back in the day, people would take their whole family. They would
Sure, it
take
was a
their
fucking
kids,
family event, right?
Because
And it was typically
they-
like horse thieves and
Yeah.
Right, and
Murderers
they-
and
right,
and-
and people that more than likely
and they
deserved it.
wanted their kids to look and see. This is what happens
When you
fuck up.
when you fuck up,
When you fuck up bad.
right?
I mean,
Hey,
they didn't hang
don't
everybody.
steal horses.
Well,
They
now
didn't, they didn't hang the petty thief. They
didn't hang the what?
the petty thief.
Oh
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like-
Anybody who's stealing a
But,
pint of whiskey or whatever was getting lynched.
right.
Yeah.
Right, but you steal somebody's horse or somebody's livestock, that's their livelihood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And now you nailed it right out of the park when I brought this up. Did you know that the term? So you worked in some emergency medicine, so you know that when somebody's neck or their cervical, like their spine is severed, if it's severed properly, they get a boner.
Yes,
And
I did know
yeah,
that.
Yeah, so like when you're checking somebody who's like has a head injury,
You check. Yeah, you
Yeah,
check for a boner.
right.
If they've got a boner in an inappropriate situation.
it's called priapism. And
Yeah.
it's a thing. So the reason
I'm actually aware of that. Yes.
and so when
You
they
do
were
a little swipe.
yeah, a little swipe.
No matter how old you are.
Well, now
I mean,
Is this why people are trying to hang themselves? And
No,
jerk
well,
off?
here's
They
the
get to a
thing,
certain
though.
age, they
No. Here's the thing. So when the only way that they could tell that a man was hung properly is if he got a boner, and that's why they use the term "hung well," because that's how they did. And so that's
All right.
I learned that actually in a fucking class for emergency medicine.
I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to
no,
do
I
my
actually-
research on
No, do
this.
it. I wouldn't be the least
No,
bit offended.
I can.
I'm calling bullshit.
I can back him
You're
up
gonna
on
call
this
bullshit? What?
I
Of
mean,
all the things I've said so far in this fucking podcast, that's the one thing you're gonna call out, and it makes the most fucking sense.
One, right? No, I can actually back him on this. But they teach it in our fucking
have you ever seen one?
combat lifesaver course.
Have you ever
We
seen-
need to see one.
public lynching?
Yes.
Well, yeah.
Make sure he's
not.
well hung.
You know, and that's how when a man is well endowed, they're well hung. And it's because, back in the day when they lynched somebody. Yeah, anyhow. So we're not going to
It'll
over this
break
yet.
your neck.
Yeah,
Yeah.
break your neck.
Therefore, spinal injury.
Yeah, the noose was like, and I guess apparently there's like a rumor going around that nooses are illegal in the state of Arizona, and I researched it, and they're not illegal.
That's the
It's
dumbest
fucking-
fucking thing.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of
Right?
yeah.
That sounds like a
So
California.
at
thing.
work.
Sorry,
you
California
know,
listeners.
there-
I am not sorry, California listeners.
so at work, like, guys used to make little nooses, just out on the free time, or just throw them up, set them down, kind of like I did once at our.
I mean, to be
camping
fair,
area.
it's a good knot.
But right,
if you're trying to
Right.
lift stuff.
Well, it's got a purpose.
It's got a sordid history. Yes.
Yeah,
But
unfortunately.
dude, oh man, there was spit thrown at work.
Oh, I bet.
But I mean, if you're using it for something, I guess.
Right?
It's,
Yeah, we
I mean, it's not the most efficient knot
it
for
was just there
lifts.
for
well,
decoration.
I mean, knots have come a long way.
Yeah.
It's
But how could I don't understand how it's a racist thing.
well,
Like they turn it into a racist thing.
well.
I mean,
Hey, let's do this. Let's
All
not.
pirates-
Hey, let's do this. Let's not go down that road on our podcast.
yeah, let's.
But I wanted to know how you two met, because Adam, Adam's our guest, and like I don't feel like we even gave you a proper introduction.
Adam, go spring it on me, because I met a lot of people.
No, how did you two meet? How long ago did you two meet?
We met through Mo.
My ex-wife.
And so you married
Yes.
Mo,
Yeah.
and were you
Mary Mo.
were you her first or second or?
I was her
She's a
second or third. I forget.
Because you guys
second or third.
And the only
husband.
reason I asked is in the back porch you mentioned something like a fourth wedding. Was there a fourth?
Oh, she got married another time.
Yeah.
After me. Yeah. I think that was the fourth one.
Didn't take her long.
Wait, you were
I was number 3.
Oh, sure, you're number 3.
Yes.
And then so
And we love you, Mo. If you're listening, we love you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is not a plat on Mo. I'm just curious. I'm just trying to get my numbers sorted so that we have something to work with here because I wanted to ask how. So you two met through Mo, and did you and Mo meet because vocal reasons? You guys are both amazing singers. Mo's a phenomenal singer.
Oh no, me and Mo met at work. We were working at Sonic.
Now
And
we
you
call
both just
her,
coincidentally could sing that well.
I mean, she could sing at the time, and I've had 20 years of practice.
At the time, so she can't just.
She can sing now still.
She
right.
got vocal.
I couldn't sing at the time.
Oh, you couldn't sing at the time.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You couldn't sing at that time.
He was pretty big.
I mean,
douche.
I was okay, but like I've gotten better over the years.
Have you?
Yeah, like years of practice.
So now, Jason mentioned that your father was also a singer
Oh yeah,
and
no,
somewhat of a celebrity at the bullpen because he sang so well.
well, he was a celebrity at all of the bars because he spent a lot of money at them.
Right. Now, Jason, did you tell me that his father lost his leg from drinking?
It
I'm
was
not sure.
probably linked to the drinking.
Right.
He was diabetic, and
and
alcohol and diabetes don't mix
Sure.
well.
Right. Was he like in an accident or something, or
No.
no? They just surgically removed it because they felt it was
Yeah, because
necessary.
Oh,
it's a thing
Let
with,
it go.
with
So
diabetes.
he was diabetic prior to his drinking.
Well, no, he became diabetic later in his life, actually.
From drinking.
from drinking.
Probably.
Most likely.
I'm
Most
not a
likely.
doctor.
I'm heading down that road.
Sure.
I mean,
And the only reason I'm bringing this is because Jason he mentioned that your father sang very well. Was it Hotel California that everybody flocked to hear?
he would also sing some Beatles songs. I
Yeah, he
believe,
did.
yeah.
He did. Hey Jude.
He
A
did.
Oh,
lot.
I love
Yeah.
Hey Jude. That's
It's a
such
good song. I used to
yeah.
do it with him sometimes.
Yeah. Wow.
I was,
And did Jason mention too that you have a number of siblings?
yes,
How many do you have?
I have 7 siblings.
I was gonna guess 8, but
Right. Well, there's 8 total. It's probably what you were thinking.
yeah.
Right. So 8 siblings.
Well, yeah. So
I'm
there's 8.
number. I'm
No, you were
I'm
right.
number 8. There's 8 of us total.
So are you the oldest?
I am not the oldest. I have an
Who's
older
that?
sister.
Oh, you have an older sister.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm the oldest. I'm the oldest boy.
You're the. And do you guys all have the same mom?
Yes.
What? And is your mother still? Does she sing as well?
I don't think I've ever heard her sing. Maybe at church, but
Okay. All right.
But-
So did your
She kept everybody in line. I could tell that.
your father did? Was your
No,
father strict?
No, the mother.
Oh, the
No.
mother. Your mother.
no.
Oh,
I mean, my father tried to be strict, but
I mean, if he's singing Hotel California at the bar with one leg, I wouldn't assume he was.
He can't really be putting the paddle on.
He's not putting his foot down, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
So anyhow, that was a Jason joke. I went too far. I apologize.
I didn't
get
even
one.
catch it until
Yeah.
they happened.
I get one. All right,
Those
there's
are
my
for me.
one.
Those are for me.
So and one of the I happened to catch on our last episode after we were done recording our last episode. I walked down the back porch and I heard you talking to, I think it was Cliff or Jason, mentioning that you had moved to China or
Oh yeah, my whole family.
your whole 8 of you,
All of
10 of you.
At the time.
10 of yeah. Well, let's see. 9 of us went. My older sister came a little later, after she finished that year of school.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
What part of China did you guys move to?
It was northern China, a town called Shenyang.
Can you speak Mandarin or Cantonese?
I speak Mandarin.
I sure.
You
I am-
currently speak Mandarin?
I mean, I'm a little out of practice. It's been 20 years, man.
Can you just give us a snippet of anything?
I mean, give me a simple phrase.
I love watching football on Sundays.
Okay, they don't have football.
Okay.
Well, they do have football, but it's
Yeah,
soccer.
Not,
Soccer.
yeah.
I don't. I remember, like simple, like
So,
I parked the car.
does that have dog in it?
all right, simple like hello, how are you?
Oh, okay. So you.
Okay.
So yeah, hello, how are you? Is it like?
Hi, how? What they have a basic one that translates to how are you is ni hao ma. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's basically
Could-
hello and then
How are
question mark at the
At
end.
any point in your life, could you have a long-winded conversation in Mandarin? Or Cantonese?
When I was living there and I was using the language frequently,
Yeah.
like on a daily basis, I was actually talking politics with old Chinese men.
Do you think we
Holy
need
shit.
to all learn Mandarin? Because I mean,
No.
Of our
one day
current
that
political-
might be the world.
I think I'm leaning more towards like a Russian-Chinese hybrid.
Right, right.
No. Even in China, English is the language of money. So
Right.
Right. Hey, money speaks.
Yeah, money does speak.
does speak.
right, that I actually had worked there because that was a fact.
So what did your father do in order to get you guys over there as a family? For work, if you don't mind.
Okay. Well, what was he doing before, or what was he doing
What
while we were
brought,
there?
because are you guys Chinese by lineage in any way?
No, not even a little bit.
So, I didn't think so, but I had to ask, just to eliminate.
Did you tell? From
Okay,
the
so
statue?
here's how it happened. Right, my uncle was over there trying to sell water filtration systems,
Okay.
like industrial size.
Oh,
So your uncle-
and that's good for the populace there. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
They
I
need
mean,
it.
I don't know if he sold any, but
Might have,
But he went over there.
Yeah,
if he would have,
yeah,
he
my
probably
uncle-
would have stopped.
Yeah, my
the
uncle
Rona.
was over there trying to sell water filtration systems for
Okay.
some company,
Okay.
and my dad took a vacation to go see him and check it out.
Right.
Because why not?
Yeah, I mean, anybody gets
Yeah.
a chance to go anywhere. I mean,
Right? And then my dad gets back from this trip, and he's like, "Hey, we're moving to China."
Holy
So
shit.
he got mixed up in some China gangs, is what you're saying.
So can I ask you,
Just kidding.
how old were you when you heard the news you were moving to China?
I was 13 years old.
Holy shit. So you're
Yeah.
just coming home from school playing Pokemon, and guess what? We're moving to China.
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Holy shit. Now,
Yeah.
did you say, did you give any, was there any resistance to this? Or hey, all 8 of you, get in the fucking car, we're going.
Well,
I mean,
obviously your
it-
sister. I mean,
Oh, yeah, there was
Yeah,
one sister
Yeah,
that was
my sister was like, "Fuck this, I'm not going."
I'm not going to fucking
Yeah.
China.
Yeah, who the hell?
Right.
Anyway, so you went there I think you said 2004?
No, 2001.
2001.
Right? Okay, so we got on the plane to go to China in October of 2001. Great time for my first plane ride.
Holy shit. Not to mention, so far away. How long was that flight?
14 hours.
Jesus.
That was it?
Yeah.
14. What's the longest you ever flown?
Well, 14 hours plus an hour from
4
from
hours,
Seattle
maybe.
from Seattle to
Oh, you went that way. So you went to.
we went Seattle, LA, and LA to
So you didn't go to
Beijing.
New York and then...
Oh, so this journey started in Washington.
yes, I was living in Washington. at
Okay,
the
I'm
time.
imagining. I'm like, why the fuck would you go to fucking Sky Harbor? Okay, it makes sense now. Okay, so you started in L.A. to Seattle. No, Seattle to L.A. and then to China. Where did you land in China?
We landed in Beijing.
So you've been to Beijing?
Yes,
Is it as big as everyone says it is?
it's a large city. Yes.
Was there a landing strip, made of concrete?
Yeah, of course. Beijing's
Just fucking with...
It's a giant modernized city.
yeah, it's probably more modernized than most American
I don't
cities.
know.
And, yeah, no, I mean, I've actually.
So did you go?
I
Did
actually
you go to
got-
Chinese school?
No, I did not.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I actually have an interesting story about the fucking Beijing airport.
Okay, let's hear it.
Right? So, when we got there, we landed and, we all got off the plane, and there was a van to pick us up
Sure.
to take us to the place we were going.
Right.
There wasn't enough room for all of us.
Everybody in the van.
Yeah, because there was a shit ton of us.
And the
Right.
van was probably not our cargo van. So
Right.
Oh no, it was like a 12-passenger van, but there was all the luggage and there
Sure,
wasn't
just
enough,
not enough to go around.
right. There wasn't enough room for
Right.
me, so I was supposed to fucking go with the person.
You
that
gotta
was,
walk behind.
Yeah.
Everybody but Adam, get the fuck in the van.
Yeah, so being the oldest child, right? I was 13. I'm, close to being adult-ish.
Dude, you're in fucking China. You're an American kid
He's
in
still
China.
taller than everybody.
Right, so I was
there.
supposed to follow. We had somebody meet us there to guide us.
Dude, are you? Wait,
Right.
what did you say? There's no way. You know Yao Ming is? He played for the Houston Rockets.
Most
Yeah, fucking-
most people.
Oh, that's generalizing. Anyhow,
Right, so I'm supposed to follow our guide, our person that picked us up.
Right.
The person who holds the signs.
oh sure.
Yeah.
You had one of those?
Well, yeah, somebody would met us there to fucking
You're not a
Great
rapper? Like a?
Well, no, you you get greeted at the airport, like somebody picks you up.
I rarely get greeted at the airport. It's only happened once actually, and that was with Rachel. But that's just me.
Rachel makes that happen.
Rachel certainly.
She's gonna be our travel.
Anyhow,
Right.
Our travel person when we get famous and have to travel for podcasts.
When Joe Rogan wants to sponsor us. And I do want to hear more about this. I apologize.
Right. So the rest of the family goes in the van, and I'm supposed to follow this lady and fucking get in like a cab.
So your own cab.
Yeah, take our cab, and then so I'm trying to follow this lady, and Chinese crowds are a little different than American crowds.
How so? Give me.
There is no concept of personal space.
Okay, I've heard this before.
It's very crowded there. You know,
Sure.
there's a lot of fucking
You lost
people.
her, didn't you?
Oh yeah, no, I absolutely did.
Why did they all
So
look the
I'm
same
at
to you?
I'm at the Beijing airport. Like imagine Sky Harbor, but with like 100,000 more people.
Sure, I can only imagine.
Like wall to wall, you cannot. It's just there's no space between people.
Right.
And so I'm trying to keep up with one Chinese lady in a fucking crowd of fucking thousands.
However many, right.
Right, like shoulder to shoulder.
And she has no concept that she's supposed to be guiding you, or she just
I mean,
doesn't
she
care?
does, but I lost her in the crowd. I mean, I figured I would have stand out. I'm 6'2".
You're fucking white.
Yeah, and I'm white. Yeah,
Alone.
6'2".
but I get
13. Yes, he was larger than most of them. Taller, huh?
The only person who knows that is him.
yeah. Oh, there's
here.
Yeah, there's quite a few tall people in
Well,
China.
I don't want to bring his name up again.
Most
but
of them are
Ming.
white.
Yao Ming.
That's actually one in 1,000.
What's that?
The height that Yao Ming has. It's
One in
like
1,000?
1 in 1,000
No
out of the
shit.
Chinese. Yeah, there's. and
So
think
is there
about-
some truth to what Jason's saying right now? That most of them are short?
Oh, a lot of them are short.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The average height is definitely lower than the
So
United
Jason was wrong.
So if it's a
But-
fact, it's not.
no,
fucking-
wait, it's not. Listen, wait, you're generalizing. Well, because we brought up Yao Ming, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Celebrities are tall.
All of them. How tall is Tom Cruise?
They say most tall people will be successful.
What the
in
fuck,
one way or another.
No,
And
that's
this is,
stupid.
No, it is not. It is the truth.
That if you're taller, you have a better rate of success in
Yes.
general in life.
Yes, look it up.
No, I'm going to pull you right now and say I don't believe bullshit. Just like the hung no. No,
Look it
all right,
up.
one
Look it up.
tit for tat right now.
Look it up.
All right, well, all right. When this podcast's over, and
Right.
by the way, our next episode, I'm coming at you, baby.
Uh-huh.
Yep. All right,
Right,
anyhow.
bring it.
So
you
long
missed
story
the lady.
short. So I'm 13 years old, lost in the Beijing airport.
Okay.
No idea where I'm going, and then finally this lady comes up. Fucking.
How scared were you in the moment?
Did you?
I was like, what the fuck? I was 13, so I was like an
I would
angsty
panic.
teenager, so I
Oh,
was pissed off.
I'd be panicked now. At fucking 39 years old, I'd have probably cried.
Well,
Oh, yeah,
I'd be
Dude, in Beijing, they're like the.
I was already irritated at being in this country
Sure.
because I was 13. I had just started my fucking freshman year of high school,
Right.
and I got
You're
dragged
not
to China.
trying to
I
be
was,
there. And-
I was so irritated. I was just like,
And what was happening at that time? So 2001?
2001. What important thing happened in 2000?
Oh yeah, 9/11. So like,
Which my first international flight, my first flight ever actually, was 1 month after 9/11.
Yeah,
You're
after.
yeah, that's right. October of 2001. You're on an international flight.
Out of LA. Yeah.
Holy shit.
Actually,
I was in Tonopah.
Oh, yeah.
I was in my mother's living room.
Everybody knows where they were.
Yeah, everybody does.
Oh yeah.
That
Mary, where
fucking-
were you on September 11th, 2001? Where were you?
I was in school, middle school.
In Chicago?
Even though you were 12.
Rachel, where were you?
At my mom's house in Stafford.
Yeah, I was at my mom's house too. Do you remember the morning?
I was sleeping and Jason called me, told me about the Pentagon. I didn't know what it
Did you?
It's like, you know what she said?
What?
I said the Pentagon got hit. You know what she said?
What?
What's the Pentagon?
You did not say that, did you?
The fuck she did. I remember some things
All right.
perfectly.
So you caught up with this lady.
Yeah, that's the lady. She found me. I didn't find her.
Right. You're sticking out like a sore thumb. You're way easier to find.
I just got there. They all looked the same.
Whoa.
Sounds racist. I'm sorry, but
You and
Well,
Jason are.
That's what they
on
think
one.
about you.
yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
no, I would have
Oh,
imagined
yeah.
so.
They do think that.
I'm probably the one.
That's a fact.
Right.
So let's get to the part where the lady finds you, and then what happens from here? I want to get to the I want to hear the nitty gritty because you told me a snippet of a bar story, or maybe a
Oh, I mean, I had lots of bar stories.
Yeah, but okay, but so you find the lady and then what happens?
All right, and then we go get a cabin. That's kind of the end of the story.
A cabin?
Cabin.
Oh, a cab in. All right.
We go in a cabin.
in.
You know, we work it out over the weekend. It's a good
I
time.
knocked her up. I got a bunch of Chinese fucking children. So
I don't speak the language that well, but well
English
enough.
is not the language of love,
But
unfortunately.
well enough.
So you were the first fucking 10 minutes you're in China, you're separated from the only person who knows how to get you to where you need to
Yes, yeah, it was.
Holy
Yeah, I was.
shit.
I was scared. I was definitely scared.
be. Okay.
But yeah,
So
got found, got to where I was going, and yeah,
and then
and it all went fine after that.
everything was good after that?
Yeah.
So how did you end up in the bar so often at the age of how old again?
13?
I was 13. I turned 14 2 weeks after we got there.
So why were you I feel like
You are a
you,
Scorpio, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. We've talked about this.
yeah, I don't know anything about that.
All
What am I,
right.
Jason?
You're some dude. I don't even like you.
So what am I? Am I a Cancer? Am I Aquarium or whatever?
You're
Aquarius?
Cancer all my life. I know that. What the fuck you are? What?
What am I, Mary? If I was born Aquarium?
I would Aquarium.
Yeah.
No, you're not Aquarius.
It's
Are
the
you?
one right after.
When's your birthday?
March 22nd.
Cancer.
No.
Definitely not.
Isn't that
Aquarius.
Cancer?
See, this is why I don't believe you fuckers, because none of you seem to know. Anytime you bring up a birthday, everybody's like, well, what is it?
Well,
Well,
why don't
nobody
you-
knows.
Well, why
No,
don't you fucking?
because it's fucking bullshit. You're gonna really
You're not Aquarius. I know that.
So-
I don't know when the signs are. I'd have to ask some white girl with crystals.
Well, so yeah, you
Hey,
guys.
white girls.
But you guys treat it like such a science, though, and like nobody fucking seems to know.
Huh?
Aries?
See, I've
You're
heard
an
3
Aries?
different things in this one conversation.
Well, that's
I'm Cancer, Aquarium,
It says
Aries.
Aries.
All right, I'm Aries then. What does that say about me?
You're my only Aries friend I got. So.
What does that say about me though? All these fucking things you guys use? It's all
I don't
generalized.
know. What does it say about him?
What is it? Oh, let me guess.
Mascot is a ram.
Really outspoken.
As a fire sign ruled by the
Ram,
planet
kind of like a
Mars.
goat.
Wait.
We know how Jason
All like
feels
a
about
fucking
goats.
goat.
You're bold, brave.
Yes. Go
That's
on.
it? Is that it? Bold? Because that can be said about anybody.
Pretty bold.
Well, that's astrology for you, bud.
Passionate, motivated, confident leader who builds community with their cheerful disposition and relentless determination.
All right. That's a little weird. All right. All right. Fuck it.
He's almost 40. Had his fucking first reading.
All right. I don't like that. That was but that could be said about almost anybody, right?
I mean, yeah, it could be. I mean, it works for you, but
Certainly. So take us back to why you were in a bar at all
okay. So,
in China.
all right. So I'm a 14-year-old kid in China.
6 foot. 6 foot.
Yeah,
2.
6'2".
Oh, of course they're serving him. He's well over the height.
Yeah, I don't even know if they have a drinking age there.
Really?
They might, but it's not.
It's not like enforced like it
It's
is
not
here.
enforced. It's like going to Mexico.
It's like 1820. You know, you could look over the fucking bar. You could order a drink.
1820?
I'm just saying. I mean, yeah.
Is that what they did in 1820?
Well, back in the days, they would say.
I'm
hey,
pretty
if you
sure
could
there was
fucking-
drinking age laws, but it was like not enforced.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
So do you
At
spend a
least
lot
not-
of time in bars?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I basically did my 20s and my teens.
Did you?
Yeah.
Did you get laid over that?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was a teenager. What do teenagers do?
I bet it was fantastic.
Was it pretty cool?
Because even my
When
work
is sex
was
not good?
fucking
Have you ever had
fantastic.
sex where you were like, "That was horrible"?
No. I
Right.
didn't see that.
Exactly. I got a guy I used to work with. He retired. He used to tell me he's like that.
I mean,
Worst pussy
they're-
I ever had. Fantastic. And I'm like, I don't know.
To be fair, we're guys. We don't have that.
I mean,
there is
no.
no such thing as.
right,
I mean,
well, let me-
bad sex for us because
So your social life there must have been fucking so bizarre, you know, that in terms of like what it would have been here in the States.
oh yeah. I
So
mean,
when you got back to the States, were you bored with the States?
I mean, yes and no.
Were you excited to come? Because you were there 3 years.
I was there for almost 3 years. It was like 2 years, 7 months, something like that.
Do you keep in contact with anybody over there?
I mean, I still have Facebook friends from over there.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't talk to them often, but I'm still in contact with a few of them.
Okay. That's pretty fucking wild.
It was 20 years ago.
So you told me a story about somebody getting beat up with a bar stool.
Oh yeah, no, this is what I mean. We're jumping way ahead.
Okay,
on this
sorry.
one.
I just,
Yeah.
but I
mean,
really
I'm-
want. I really
What
want.
else?
To
I can tell the story.
Yeah.
I can tell the story, and then we'll see how I got into these kind of situations.
Sure. All right. Let's start. What
Right.
happened?
So, I think I was 16 at the time. It was a couple of years in.
Okay.
Right. And I go to this one bar, and I don't remember the name of it, but it was like a semi-swanky kind of bar.
What's swinky?
Oh, Ching Pao.
No, I mean like swanky, like it was like high end,
Oh, okay. So upper
Right.
end.
upper end, yeah,
Here in the States, we just call that. Is it boozy? What's the
bougie,
bougie?
yeah. It was like a
I mean, all bars.
A
All
club?
bars are boozy.
A club, maybe?
Oh, anyhow,
Well, no,
go on.
I mean,
so it was
it-
an upper end.
upper end. It had like a, I don't know.
It's where the white people went.
Yeah. No, actually, it was a.
I mean, there's got to be so much money in China. I don't even know how people.
yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's money to be made, but. Yeah, no. So I walk in. I go into this bar, and I'm sitting there. I've had a few beers, and I'm just sitting
What
there.
time of day is it?
Oh, this is nighttime.
11 o'clock in the morning, you know?
It's nighttime. It's.
Typical day and
don't know.
Chinese
Okay.
day.
I think it was a weekend. I don't know. I don't
Sure.
recall that detail of the
Are you
story.
with anybody or are you by yourself?
I was by myself actually. Yeah.
Okay, so you're drinking beers by yourself. Like,
Oh,
it's like,
solo.
I imagine like a Hank Williams situation. You have a cowboy hat on? Tell me.
No,
that.
no,
Oh, okay,
no.
all right. Sorry.
I didn't get into my country phase until I got back to the States.
No shit.
Yeah.
You weren't raised in a country phase? Like you
No,
weren't
no,
raised
no.
in country on country music?
No.
What the fuck?
At the time, I was listening to like Blink 182.
He was,
I love
he was a
Blink-182.
rapper before he went. He
Yeah.
was starting to
No,
rap.
Blink-182 is a damn good band.
Right, I was in my my punk phase.
Oh, I love punk. What you have any? No, like punk. Like, do you like the old punk, like Black Flag, by any chance, or Dead Kennedys, or is that too?
I mean,
A lot of people. I mean, that's I like that a lot, but I know it's not for everybody.
I claimed that I was in a punk phase, but it was like I liked Blink 182, and I also listened to like pop and
Sure.
Yeah,
Right.
whatever,
Okay.
yeah.
You weren't. You
I
didn't-
wasn't punk.
You
but
didn't
I
have a
listened-
leather jacket.
Yeah, no.
You know, with your studs.
No, didn't
you
have
know,
any of that.
Okay. So anyhow, so you're at this bar by yourself and you're drinking by yourself.
Yeah.
And then what happens?
And just like these. Okay, so I'm sitting there, and then like into the bar, right? Like
Right.
7-8 bar stools down. There's another guy sitting there.
Right. By himself as well.
Yeah, he was by himself.
Did you hook up?
Yeah, of course.
Oh, I thought so.
I hook up with every person I see.
Every single guy sitting at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay. I figured that.
Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm minding my own business, drinking beers, talking to the bartender, and like these three dudes come like rushing in,
Okay.
and they fucking grab this dude and throw him on the ground, and they grab a bar stool and just start beating the shit
He
out of him.
fucked up.
Yeah.
Whatever he did, he fucked up.
Right? And at this point, I'm like, okay, I need to go.
So did he? You said he got beat to death.
I mean, I assume he got beat to death.
It wasn't pretty.
The man took a bar stool, like the bar stools we're sitting on.
Yeah.
He took one of those, like the heavy part, to the head multiple times before I was out of there. Because as soon as that started happening, I was beelining for the
Yeah, I
door.
thought you were
So
sticking
the
up.
ass part or
No, the
or
ass
the
part he's
leg?
talking about.
No, they're holding the legs of this.
swinging a
Oh,
hammer.
just
And-
fucking.
I don't know if you heard our podcast story, but like we've been through something similar here in America. And
Yeah, no, I've listened to all your episodes.
All right.
I'm all caught up.
Ah,
All right,
right,
right.
true
So,
fan,
yeah.
a true
So
fan.
I mean, I just like now I'm all right.
So yeah, I mean, if that man lived, he's lucky.
Well, like we said in our first episode,
They
if he
live.
lived, he wasn't living the life he was the night
Yeah,
before.
exactly,
He's a
exactly.
changed man for sure.
And I'm all right with a bar. I like bar. I mean, I won't say I like bar fights.
Right.
I mean, I've been
I like bar
in
fight
another, but
stories.
I something about a bar fight in another country, it just rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. I mean, a bar fight's never comfortable, but that was
don't know.
definitely extra.
When I was about
uncomfortable.
20, I was comfortable in it, but that's because when you're 20, you're stupid. Like,
Yeah,
that's-
agreed.
Well, I'm with that. Like fights, any uncomfortable like conversations or like
Yeah.
I get uncomfortable. quick.
Yeah, I kind of want out of the situation. Yeah, no, maybe
You know?
maybe I'm trying to act like
Like I don't want to be there, but since I'm here,
Yeah, we're here. No, yeah, I would say that any fight I've ever been in my life has never been like started by me. I've always
can
given
say that.
anybody an opportunity to like, hey, this like I'm not that guy, but if we're signing that paper,
Right.
then we're gonna.
so
I've talked my way out of a lot of
Oh,
fights.
me too. Yeah.
Well,
especially the
and-
older I get, I'm like, you
and
know
I
what it is.
tried when I was younger.
They don't
I
like
just
it when
got,
you laugh at them, though.
No, yeah, you gotta be cool about
like
it.
so many fights when I was really young that I tried getting out of. I had no
When you were
choice.
young, a lot of people wanted to fight you because you were the guy to beat.
Well, it makes no sense.
No, it does, 'cause
When I was really young, I was just the guy
that was beaten up,
that everybody was beating up.
and you learn how to
then
fight through that.
Yeah, and so come 5th, 6th grade.
Yeah,
like,
you were
I stepped it up.
swinging. I remember.
No,
yeah.
I got tired of getting beat up, man.
I'm gonna get me a beer really fast, fellas.
Pretty fucking sick.
Yeah, no, I know. I mean,
So I mean, as that came along, I came to be the guy that said, "Well, if you want to fight, just hit me. I ain't scared to get fucking hit, right? You want to fucking hit me?
once you get punched so many times, like unless it's like by somebody who obviously knows. Like I'm not trying to get punched by like no fucking Mike Tyson.
I said
or,
that to the wrong person a couple times.
Yeah, some
They
people are
fucking
not
hit me.
afraid to punch anybody.
And they were very good at it.
Oh yeah, I mean, I've said similar to fucking people that are like trying to start shit with
But
me.
you know,
I'm
at the
like,
same
I'm like,
time-
all right, I'm sitting at the bar, fucking trying to have a drink, and you coming up and trying to fucking
You know damn well
get after me. I'm
when
like,
somebody
fucking swing
engages
then, or
with
go
you,
away.
you have an opportunity to get out or you don't. Like you can feel the energy in the
Right,
air. Like,
right.
all right,
Yeah.
this guy's not letting me get out of this unless we fucking fight.
Right.
But I want. Go ahead.
As I get older, I will tell you,
Yeah.
I will avoid conflict.
Oh, all day
Dude,
long.
it
I will go
hurts.
through
It
every-
hurts. It hurts. Whether you win or lose,
Every
you lose.
avenue. Oh yeah,
You
yeah.
lose.
yeah. Nobody really wins
No,
a fight
there-
at this
there
age.
is-
No, you're right,
No.
100%.
And usually at this age, it results in somebody damn near dying.
Right. No, for sure.
For real.
I would be fucking
mean-
mortified if I had to punch somebody right now.
Right.
Like you know,
You would probably kill him.
Well, I wouldn't say kill him, but I mean, I don't know how. And that's the other thing too is I don't really know how to gauge my
If you were to
strength.
punch me, you'd probably kill
Dude,
me.
you remember? Never. I was gonna bring something up, but we're not going to.
But if I were to punch you,
It would fucking suck. It would suck for anybody. Anybody's getting
it would
punched by
suck
anybody.
'cause you'd punch me back. I'd definitely die.
You wouldn't fucking die. So, Adam, and how long after? How long? So you came back to the States. Your father said, "All right, it's a wrap. This isn't Chinese life's not working for us, and we're going home back to the States." And everybody just kind of agreed. And
Yeah, I mean, basically,
After 3 years, you say?
yeah. No, well, I mean, when we got there, my father didn't drink at all.
so he learned to drink in China.
Oh, he relearned.
Yeah.
Should say, but he kind of got real heavy into the alcohol, and got to a point where he couldn't take care of his family, much less himself.
Was he working over there?
Yeah.
Was he working with his brother?
At first, he got into a business deal with a guy that owned an LA Fitness,
Oh,
in
shit,
China.
Okay. All right.
and he was gonna teach English for this guy. That was the thing that for like white people came to do was teach
Okay.
English. That was the job you could
Okay.
get.
Okay.
I did it for a couple.
In China, you
Yeah.
taught people.
Oh yeah, I taught English.
So you're a teacher.
Yeah.
I'm trying to imagine. Oh, well, I mean,
Like, if you don't speak the language, how do you teach them?
I
well,
mean,
I'm sure they have some understanding of some English,
well,
just from
and also
pop culture alone.
they would have translators in the class.
Okay.
Somebody that already spoke English and Chinese.
Right. Okay.
So
Well,
you didn't teach them a damn thing. You just...
I mean,
reinforced what they already knew.
yeah, you would. It was a big thing there. They wanted English teachers that were English speakers.
Right.
So
Just like Spanish. You know, when they teach you Spanish in high school, you're not going to fucking leave those fucking classes even after you graduate and
Oh,
go down
yeah.
to Mexico and have a long-winded political conversation with anybody.
I mean,
it's just not going to
yeah, you're
fucking
right.
happen.
I mean,
Right.
I know a guy from Boston that could fucking probably teach Spanish. He spoke it fluently. It
Right.
sounded hilarious.
Right. So I mean, you just got it, or you don't. Unfortunately,
Right.
I can only speak one
Spanish with a
language.
Boston accent. It's hilarious.
I actually knew a guy.
That's
that
why we get
spoke-
along.
He was from where the fuck? He was from. He spoke with a Jamaican accent, but Spanish.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
Dude,
That sounds awesome.
And me and him, like, I got a whole other podcast episode I got to talk about. He got me in the deepest shit I've ever been in. Let me explain. His name was
I get it.
Taysom Dixon. He got me in a situation in my life where when I was 24 years old, I literally said to myself, like, I am not going to see past this day. Like, I'd agreed that, like, this is it for me. But anyhow, we're not going to, but he's a Jamaican accent, but he spoke in Spanish and broken English. And he was black black as night black.
I would love to
And
meet this guy.
He had a big old belt. He was from New York City. He worked in the Twin Towers. For a while. I don't know. He's got a big story how he ended up.
Haven't heard from him since.
No. Seriously, the
2001.
night after we got into the craziest fucking the biggest pickle I'd ever been in my life, he disappeared.
Oh man.
Yeah.
You throwing the Sandlot saying in there?
Yeah, I
Biggest
mean, no.
pickle.
The biggest pickle was prior to the Sandlot. I mean, that's just a way of explaining a fucking predicament you get yourself into. And mine was fucking crazy as fuck. I'm really glad I survived it. Adam, did you now? So you went. Was a transition coming back from China back to the U.S. Was it difficult, or were you just so acclimated to like Western culture over there that it was?
Was transing hard for you? Is what he's saying.
Yeah, it's transition.
Yeah. No, what I mean, I'd been there for almost 3 years, and honestly, when we were getting ready to leave, I didn't want to go home.
Right.
I didn't want to go back to the States.
Yeah, right. I mean.
Oh shit! Really?
Because-
So you were.
Well, because I had all
Could
kinds
you have a
of
girlfriend?
No, I just had freedom
Right.
that I was not gonna have when I got back to the United
Damn
States.
well when you got home, there'd be
Right.
So did you fly back to Washington or did you fly to Arizona?
We flew to Arizona.
Okay, and what part of Arizona were you guys?
I
mean, you flew into Sky Harbor, obviously.
Yeah, and
But
then
then
we came here, Safford.
Safford. So
Safford.
you literally. Oh my goodness!
I went from a city of 7.5 million to Safford.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Wow, man, what a fucking transition! And then you met this guy at some point.
Yeah, a couple years later.
You know what? One of the best. It's unfortunate.
07, I think.
And I'd like to think he had more fun hanging out with me
Than he ever did in China?
In China.
I don't know.
I don't know. We'll
But
find out.
whenever it's very close.
There's some stories that we're still not telling.
Yeah, we're certainly not going to tell on this podcast. But the way you guys say, "Whoa, we get these stories," and you guys look at each other and you give each other that little wink in the gun. I'm like, "Fuck no, I don't want that on my podcast."
Not yet.
I mean, not that this isn't Jason's podcast too, but one of the funnier stories I'd heard is
Right.
after
You guys aren't getting paid enough for those
no,
stories.
not quite yet.
Right.
Was after you and Mo had separated. Mo, when she was getting married again, and I don't know what number chronologically where she was in terms of marriages, but Jason, I only know this story because I was laying in bed and Mary was on the phone with Rachel, and I could hear Rachel crying. I know that they were in Sierra Vista at a wedding, at a ceremony of
Was
sorts.
Rachel crying?
She was pretty upset, yeah. And
It was all
wait,
bullshit.
wait, this
Go
is
ahead.
where's
Go
my
ahead.
story? Wait.
Go ahead.
So, I can hear Rachel. I'm in bed. Mary's next to me, and she's on the phone with Rachel. I can hear Rachel like, "Why does he do this to me? He's an animal." And I'm like, "Oh Lord, what the fuck has he done now?" So I don't want to pry. I don't even want Rachel to know that I'm fucking hearing this. I'm just like, I close the book I'm reading like. All right. So
I could tell you right now.
But let me tell it, and then you can fucking go ahead and fix whatever. Because you know I'm not going to tell it all the way correct.
Wow.
But so apparently, before or after the wedding, there was some kind of ceremonial dinner at Olive Garden, and before they even got there, was it before the wedding?
Yeah.
And Jason had been chugging fucking whiskey, Irish whiskey.
Jason
fucking
drinking whiskey?
I know, way out of character.
I know.
And then Rachel was telling Mary like, before we even left the fucking hotel, he's fucking hammered drunk, slurring, being belligerent, the Jason that we all come to know.
Yeah,
And which is
we're going to dinner.
Yeah, but sure, but I mean, I guess at a farm or at the back porch, it's all fine and dandy. But when you got to take this animal out into public, it's a whole other fucking. It's a whole other ball game. So they go to.
You're smiling. You're having a good time.
So Rachel's loving this story. So when they fucking sit down and apparently like everybody gets their meals. But Jasmine,
I've heard this story
and
from
Jason says out loud in this setting that it's a pretty formal setting. Whose dick do I gotta suck to get a drink around
I don't know
here?
if I said that, but maybe something to that extent.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Did it?
Maybe something to that extent. But I was like, what the fuck?
I love that it was at at a ceremony for a wedding, and Jason's asking whose dick he's got to suck to get a
It was
drink.
a dinner before, so it was like the rehearsal dinner, I guess.
Yeah.
But we're at a fucking Olive Garden, man. My daughter didn't get her fucking meal. Like, I was pissed. Everybody was eating by her, and she was crying.
Did they cut you off? Did they cut you off? Or
I don't know, but
Rachel, did they cut him off?
But she got her fucking meal.
Did she?
says yes.
Did Did they serve him any alcohol at all?
Just the first one.
Just the first one. After that, they were like, cut this guy. Because I'm always so proud of all my people when they get kicked out of a bar. When I heard that story about you, I was proud. Amanda Brzezowski getting kicked out of the stadium, I was proud. Zach Espinosa storming out of the fucking steakhouse in Las Vegas. I was proud. I'm so proud of my fucking people when they get kicked out of a fucking bar, man. I mean, that is fucking awesome.
I have been kicked out of fucking convenience stores.
Oh yeah, I know I've told us on the Dylan episode, but me and Dylan getting kicked out of a bar at Gateway there in Phoenix, fucking proud. I just think it's awesome. Dude, I mean, really, you're in a bar for one fucking reason, to get shit-faced drunk. What the hell was that?
Well, that was Adam jumping the fence.
What the fuck? Did Adam?
You brought out the Mexican.
He just fucking left. So anyway, that's one of my favorite. Now I know when you tell a story, you tell it in a very different light, and there's a lot of emotions involved. But like I loved it that Rachel was just so bummed out that you.
And I'm sorry I ruined her time, but I mean.
Rachel, did he ruin your time?
I was.
Yeah.
Oh
just,
shit!
Yes, because you know why? Because there was a lot of people there,
Right.
but yet my daughter was sitting
Oh, I
there.
know. God damn.
in
I didn't mean to
tears.
get you started. The only time I've ever heard
In
you talk.
fucking tears.
No. The only time I ever hear you speak passionately, like wildly passionately, is if you're talking about how much you hate liberals, or the time that Jasmine didn't get her fucking dinner at Olive Garden. How many years ago was this? How many years? Can we just grab a number out of the air? Would you say like 5, 6?
No.
5 years ago?
No,
And Jason still speaks about it like Jasmine's being withheld from dinner tonight. And it's all right, buddy. No, that's your fatherly duty, and I get it. Like, I'm just saying, like.
It was just that everybody at the
No,
table
I know, I've heard this story
was
so many
telling
times.
me
I know.
that
Are you telling our listeners now? Or are you telling me?
no.
No, I know.
So I'm just telling our listeners.
All right, what about your goats? How are they doing tonight?
Well, they're back home.
Well, I know. We
Thank
fucking
God.
lost them.
Thank God.
For our listeners here, Jason's goats, they wandered off the property for a little while, and Jason was really distraught about all of it. And
Yeah, it
thank
was
the
2
Lord.
hours before this cast, so,
Yeah, so-
it really had me thinking my life over,
Yeah,
what my choices and all.
they came wandering back into the
Should
onto the property.
I get rid of the cast or not?
No, you done the right thing. Everybody's good. The goats are back. Everybody's happy.
They found the
Rachel's happy. Chewy's here, not the person, the dog.
But no, that story gets me fucked up all the time because I just get so
I
mad.
know, but we don't really got to stick. We don't got to. If you want to go on an Olive Garden round, I'm all right with that. You want to go on one? Fuck Olive Garden. Because every time I eat Olive Garden, I just shit.
No,
So,
it wasn't really their fault as much as it was the people that were sitting with us.
Right.
And it disgusted me
and
that they did not want to listen.
speak up for
because
their guests. Okay.
No, because they thought I was just a drunk.
Well,
And I was right. And I was fucking right.
no, I'm not. Yeah,
I mean-
your daughter's like a niece to me. I
Yeah.
agree. Like if somebody's not getting fed, I'm gonna speak the fuck up.
Right.
But don't act like you went in there fucking willy nilly, all fucking cool as a cucumber.
No,
you were
no,
fucking hammered drunk.
I was drunk as fuck, but
Yeah.
but you're not. I mean, I'm telling them, look at her. Man, she ain't got no food.
They're telling the servers to look at her?
Yeah, even everybody that's there at the table. I said, how come she ain't got no food yet?
All right. No, you're right. So
Then I offered to pay for the whole fucking table.
And they said, fuck this drunk.
And they said, no. I think I let
Can we? I wanted to tell. Oh, you know what? I wanted to tell a story, and I apologize. Are you done?
I'm done.
If we can keep going.
With Olive Garden.
Yeah. No. You told me you're not done with Olive Garden. You're done with that fucking the people you were at the table.
That
with.
as well.
That as well. So all together. So let me ask you this:
I'm done.
Have you guys? Would you guys say that you're cat people or dog people?
Oh, I'm definitely dog person.
What about you, Jason? You're a goat person.
I got goats.
So,
hey, I've got 3 dogs, 3 cats, 3 goats.
Are you close?
4 sheep, probably about 50 chickens. I mean, what do you want from me, man? Like, I have no preference.
So I'm
He's
just
an
asking:
animal
do you get like a connection to your cats the same way you do your dogs?
Nah, I don't like.
So if your
cats
cats wander off into your neighbor's yard like
There
your
it is.
goats,
He doesn't like cats.
Okay,
Yeah,
Therefore,
alright.
he's a dog.
Cats
person.
Shitty, and I don't
Cats
mean to talk shit about anyone.
only want attention when they want attention.
Right. Oh, the fuck! And here comes a cat, dude. A cat just jumped up on the fucking table.
He's probably one of our best next hunters.
The reason I tell this is because I've never been a cat person in my whole entire fucking life. I've never liked cats. Now, I am like humanitarian. Like, I don't want to see a cat fucking die or fucking die a horrible death.
Then you
or
went to
struck.
Broadway.
No, but
I'm not anti-cat.
I'm just fucking don't want. I'm not going out of my way to fucking house them. But I remember
Oh yeah, we don't either.
No, they house themselves here.
Yeah.
So one night when we first moved back from Oregon, we had rented that room or that house that we're staying at now. That's next door. You know, had a big porch out front, and I had heard a. One night I was laying down for work. I was getting ready to go. Get ready to go into nights. So it's like staying up, right? And I'm hearing these cats staying upright, and I can hear these cats fucking on my porch, right? And I thought, you know what? Like, no, wait, hold on, Jason. I know you're dying to jump in this, but let me just say, like, when cats fuck, it doesn't sound fun. It sounds fucking horrible.
It sounds like a...
Yeah, it sounds like a fucking problem. It sounds horrible.
Why do you think they like to do it in private?
Well, my fucking front porch ain't very fucking private. It's right there in front of everybody, and
Hey, it happens, I guess.
and I'm listening to this fucking cat getting banged, right, getting railed out by this other cat, and it's like it's this horrific. And I'm watching. It's the Diamondbacks versus the Dodgers. It's a fucking. It's the bottom of the ninth. I'm like, God, and it's like tied. I'm like, fucking motherfucker, these fucking cats. So I go out there and I shoo them off, right? Get the fuck out of here, rah, blah, and they fucking run off, right? Well, this cat, the male cat, I'm assuming, is like, fuck that. And like next week, he like knows my work rotation and comes back on my next fucking day, my first day
Days off.
Dude, yeah, for real. And this time, he comes back with a couple of buddies and their girlfriends, and they're fucking dicking down a bunch of cats, right? So now the original sound is multiplied by multiple fucking. Well, a female cat sounds like she's getting fucking throttled. It doesn't sound fun at all. Like, how there's kitties ever anywhere? Like, because I would like, how are cats born? They don't fucking sound like. None of that sounds fun to me. But anyhow, I'm sitting there listening to these fucking cats fuck, and I'm like, they'll be done. This ain't gonna take forever. I'm still trying to be fucking cool about it, like whatever. I'm like, you know what? These fuckers are fucking with me. So I grabbed a Nerf football, and the fucking one cat that was fucking there earlier, the week prior, I caught him. I turned my fucking light on, right, just banging this cat. He was banging his girlfriend. And I fucking took this Nerf football, tossed it right in its face, geeked his face out, right, like bam. He made like one of those like, and like arched his back, and they all fucking ran off in the dark, right? And I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of here, you fuckers! Quit fucking on my porch. They got fucking super fucking mad, right? It's like, dude, it's like fucking Woodstock on my porch. The following fucking rotation.
What the fuck you got on your porch?
It's a concrete. It's fucking nothing. I don't get why anybody would want to fuck their period. But there's like, at this point, I'm sure you would. There's a plethora of fucking cats now.
Oh my god.
Fucking getting down. And I said, you know what? This is going to be different this time. I'm going to sneak out, and I can hear all these fucking female cats having the worst night of their lives, and I sneak out, and I go around the backside, and I fucking get the water hose, and I come down out of the darkness, fucking in my nothing but underwear, like in work boots. I'm Tupac Shakur. We'll ride on you. And I fucking get all these motherfuckers at once, right? And these fucking army of cats disperse into the night.
It's the most wet pussies you've ever seen.
Dude, it was a lot, man. It was a lot of wet pussy on my front porch. So I got these cats leave, and I think, this has got to be it. There's no fucking way that they're going to come back. Think you can't fit any more fucking cats on my porch to fuck. That's a wrap. Get the fuck out of here. So this one cat from the get-go has had enough. He's like, no. He's going to take it a step further. This motherfucker breaks into my house.
Lets everybody else in.
No. He's by himself. He's a lone warrior. He goes. Me and Mary just bought a brand new fucking mattress. We don't. Who the fuck gets a new mattress? Like we got a brand new mattress.
He ever turned you.
Yes, he did.
Oh
but he
my
did.
God.
But he did it in a fucking way where he somehow lifted up the fucking pillow and fucking shit underneath the pillow and then somehow put the pillow back down. And I fucking went to go lay down after a fucking hard day's work of mining copper, and my fucking fingers ran through fucking cat shit. So this motherfucker, I knew immediately who it was. It's this fucking cat. And I hear this cat now is running, it's storming out from underneath our bed.
Now.
It's out the door. It's out our bedroom door. I grab our 22. I'm not gonna pelt this guy with a BB or a fucking. It's fucking. You're done. You shit underneath my pillow somehow. You're dead. So I'm pulling out this rifle. Mary now is stopping me because the girls are screaming, "Jesus Christ, Dad's got a gun!" And I'm like, I'm gonna kill this motherfucker. And I'm trying to fucking shoot this cat with the 22. I never pull the trigger. Mary, it's like a Bruce Willis film. We're fighting over the fucking gun. Finally, I said, you know what? Fuck it. My nephew Matt had hit a BB gun, a fucking pistol BB gun, underneath one of the girls' beds. So I went and got that thing. I'm pumping this thing. And this cat doesn't know where to go because all the doors are closed. Like, fucking joke's on you, motherfucker. You shouldn't have come in here. It's on you now. And this in our kitchen, it ran. That was the exit it was going to take. Sliding glass door shut. There's a gap between our fucking our cabinets. No. They're fucking fast. I'm shooting it, and it jumps up on our countertop, and then it jumps up on top of our cupboards. There's a gap between the ceiling and the top of our cupboards, right? Yeah. And we got a bunch of glassware up there, right. And whatever fucking glasses he's not knocking down out of fear, I'm shooting. Glass is breaking everywhere. It's like a scene from Boys in the Hood. I mean, shit is happening, and this fucking cat. Finally, somebody opened, open the goddamn door! And I think Mary yelled at one of the kids, and they open the door, and this cat fucking jumps, doesn't take one BB, right? Fucking manages to get unscathed, jumps out, fucking runs out the door, runs across our fucking yard, jumps up on the brick wall, and takes one look over his shoulder at me like, I got the best you. Guess what? I already had that fucking BB gun loaded. Its tail was up in the air. Shot him square dead in the butthole. And that cat made the fucking weirdest noise I'd ever heard in my life. No. It sounded like it is like, go! And I'm fucking off into the fucking alley it went. I've never seen that cat again. I got the fucking upper hand. So I don't like cats. So that's what I'm summarizing. I'm not a big
reamed his ass.
Reamed his ass. I would like to assume that it was it was a bullseye right in the butthole. I mean, I just fucking.
Maybe he's dead.
No, maybe I don't fucking care. He just didn't fucking shit in my bed ever again. Amber turd my ass, dude. Unbelievable. I did nothing.
That's when Amber turd wasn't even cool.
You interrupted him during sex, to be
fair. So fucking what? If I go bang on someone's...
I'd be upset with you too if you interrupted me during sex.
Okay, so let me ask you.
They had a good thing going, man. They had the
But they had to bring all fucking 15 of their friends though to fuck on the porch.
They were clubbing, man. They were clubbing.
There's a whole desert across the street. Have your way. What is different between my front porch and the desert across the street? Makes no difference to me. It should make no difference to them.
It's just funny.
Yeah, but anyhow, so you guys have never had a cat story like that, or?
No, but I got ghost stories.
Like that.
Yeah, well,
I've got a cat story, but not like that.
Yeah, I fucking hate cats. I hate cats.
I dislike cats.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I don't want to say I hate cats.
They have their purpose. They have their purpose.
No.
I mean, I'll
No,
give
you're
you
right.
I'll give you
I
a story
got
about
the
this fucking cat.
Is this a Chinese cat or is it American
No, this
cat?
is an American cat.
Okay.
Right. So my friend is
Can
trying
I ask, was there a lot of Chinese cats and dogs running around in the neighborhood where you're from? And I always wanted to ask. Sorry. Did you live in an apartment building or in a house?
we lived in an apartment building.
How many people? There was 10 of you in an apartment building. How many bedrooms was this?
That's pretty common, I'm sure.
Three-bedroom apartment.
3-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
And it was this like high-rise apartment, or it's like
Oh yeah, they build everything out of straight concrete there,
no shit.
right? So there's this one we lived in was
Was it tall?
it was tall, yeah, it was 15 stories, I think.
And what store did you guys live on?
Oh, we were on the top floor.
Holy shit! The
Sounds
fucking
like
suite.
a hell of a story.
Right. So actually, this was like the second or third apartment we lived in, and it was basically an apartment building built on top of other buildings.
What?
So the bottom,
Floor was
the
like the
street,
bottom.
the street level was restaurants and
Holy
like
shit.
businesses.
No, so when you walked downstairs, you had to walk through a business to get out of your fucking.
Okay, so there was
Oh,
an opening like
outside.
so
Yeah.
on the street we lived on. There was like a restaurant on
Okay.
one side and a restaurant on the other side, and then an opening that was like a stairwell to our apartments.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So actually, we had to walk up six
Did-
flights of stairs.
Were they good restaurants?
I mean, I ate there all the time. It was the restaurant right next to my house.
Sure. Right.
Yeah.
You're not gonna not
Right
do
there.
that.
I mean, the
Is
food-
Chinese food in America different than Chinese food?
Oh, absolutely.
Better.
Absolutely. No.
There.
Better there. Definitely better there.
Because I had Chinese, like I would say, like probably the closest thing to real Chinese food in Chicago. And before I took a bite of an egg roll, I mean, how many years ago was this, Mary?
Egg
When,
rolls?
when I had
Egg
my
rolls?
first egg roll. How many years ago was that? When Bailey was in the hospital there in Christ in Southside.
Oh, 2000,
Long time.
A long time ago. She can't remember.
2012.
2012.
So, here's the thing: egg rolls don't exist
well,
in
she
China.
No, really.
What do they
I
call
never
them?
ate an egg. No, they don't call them anything because they don't have them.
Well, it's like a burrito, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, they have other food that.
well, the first time I
Something
ever
like that,
had
but they-
anything that resembled, I guess, Mary told me before I was taking she said, before you take a bite of that, just so you know, you're never coming back. There's going to be life before the egg roll and life after the egg roll.
Right.
And I fucking ate that egg roll, and I will not eat Chinese food here in Arizona. Dude, we refuse. And that's in Chicago. I couldn't
That's
imagine
'cause
what it's
once
like
you
in
eat dog, I mean. you
No,
never
no,
come
no,
back.
no, no,
Just kidding.
Dog's delicious.
So.
Have you eaten dog?
So, I'm sure.
Have you really eaten dog?
Yes.
Tell me about it. What kind of dog was it?
What do they call
Well,
it?
I didn't get to meet him.
Well, right, but they don't tell you what kind of dog it is?
No.
No.
What do they call dog?
Is this not a
in
racial
China?
stereotype? This is real that they eat dog in China?
Yeah, it's a real thing.
Like there's a dog burrow or a dog taco?
I mean, actually, it's kind of a delicacy over there. It's like you only really eat. I mean, only like the really poor and the really rich eat the dogs.
Wow. What about cat? Is that a thing too or no?
No, there's not enough meat on cats.
Yeah.
What kind of dog
Makes sense.
produces that much meat?
Oh well, I hate to tell you this, but German Shepherd.
I don't like this story, and we're going to stop talking about it right now.
Was it? Yeah, you said it was good.
Oh yeah, it's a tasty treat.
Oh,
It's got
we might
a
have to
bit of a
start-
weird aftertaste because it's not
Because
the
it's
same
a
kind of
Dog?
dog does not have the same kind of fat that like cow or pork
Tastes like
does.
I just petted it.
Right? It's a yellow what's considered yellow fat, which is actually closer to what
Like
humans
duck. Like duck has a yellow fat.
have. Yeah, duck has the yellow fat.
Have
I
you had
don't
duck
like-
over there?
I don't like duck.
Yeah, I've had duck.
But over there, have you had it?
Yeah, I've had duck over there.
Okay.
Duck
No,
butt.
duck over here, duck over there, duck over here, here,
Duck
duck there,
butt.
duck. Everywhere, duck,
I
duck.
mean,
We're on our farm.
duck's duck wherever you're at.
Well, I've got duck.
It doesn't
Well,
taste different because it's in a.
You ever have duck
foreign
sausage?
No, that can't be true, because they
Hey.
just told me right now Chinese food's better over there
Wait a
than it is over here.
second.
So
Have
duck,
you ever
Well, yeah, it's
had?
because they make it different.
Have you ever had
Okay.
duck sausage?
Yes.
Well, duck down and get you some more. I got your
got his
ass.
ass
Got
damn it.
you.
on the podcast. So I had fucking tons. I mean, I guess like I don't know. The more you talk about China, the less.
I want to go.
No, I certainly I want to see Beijing.
I would love to see a lot of.
I mean,
things.
I've seen pictures of like the places I've been while I was over there,
And they look different.
versus like pictures from now versus pictures when I was like what I remember when I was there.
Yeah.
And it was 20 years ago.
Sure.
It's changed a bit.
Well, and it's funny you say that because like anywhere because I've not traveled in years really, but when I look at like pictures of even like San Diego where I was homeless, it is even like Houston, Texas where I used to live. It doesn't look the fucking same.
No.
And it's crazy because like that's a lifetime. You just assume the change is like it's not like instant. It's over time, but it's permanent. You know what I mean? So it's wild how like looking at like cities that they just change so dramatically over.
Well,
like have you seen downtown Tucson lately?
Well, it's like growing up with somebody.
I haven't been in years.
It's
Downtown
like
Tucson
growing
was
up with somebody. You don't see that change.
Right.
Stay away from that person.
Oh, dude,
for
there's people
fucking
like
20
that I went to high
years.
school with that I don't
Yeah, they
fucking
look different.
Don't even
totally
know.
fucking don't recognize them. Right.
Yeah, somebody.
Right?
somebody
That actually happened with me and Lauren.
Oh, Palkovitz
Yeah.
from Chicago
Yeah, the one that's friends with you. I knew her years ago.
when she visited.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No.
I don't know which.
Anyhow.
I don't remember the
Wait,
last name.
did Lauren meet Adam when she was visiting?
Were you at our house?
No, you brought her out to the bar, Levi.
Oh, so this is not when she was visiting for the first time. This
No.
was when she lived here like a year, like when she, like about,
Yeah,
what,
like about a year ago,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
I had known her previously. I'd met her probably 6-7 years before that.
What? Wait a minute.
Yeah,
There's no way.
So when,
and I didn't realize.
so when she was visiting,
Well, that was only like 5 years ago, ish, 4.5 years ago.
she's only
Because
been here that one time.
when she came
Maybe we're
down,
talking
she-
about a different
she
Lauren.
came-
Yeah, maybe we are.
She actually came.
So
down
anyhow,
to
but
farm.
people change. Like
Yeah.
people
Yeah,
change.
yeah. You spend
I mean-
5 years, 10 years,
Think about it.
20 fucking years as a number.
Oh yeah.
Like,
Oh,
look
yeah.
at me. 20 years, for, like.
I wonder what it's gonna be like 20 years from now. Like I wonder. I don't feel any different mentally than I did 20 years ago.
I don't really know, but my innards are telling me I'm. Gonna
Well, yeah, when you're
die
fucking beer
someday.
bong and whiskey, it can't be good for your fucking gut.
Fuck that gut.
Yeah, well, fuck it. You only got one gut though, buddy.
You only got one life.
No, that's true.
I'm gonna live it.
That's why I drink Bud Light Lime. It's good on me tenders.
Maybe we'll get a sponsor.
That's
I
great.
don't
It's
know.
good.
I don't know. I don't know, Captain Morgan. What do you think?
So, all right, is there? You know what I wanted to do though before I wanted to wrap this up is I want to give a couple shout outs. I think it's within reason. Riley Woods, my old supervisor from AMR. I want to say what's up. John Clegg, my old paramedic partner on the ambulance. Want to say what's up. All the ground guys. Before I get lynched, because I don't fucking, I don't give them a shout out. Curly, Chewy, Malden, Henniger, Walker. I'll throw Travis in there. Thanks, guys.
Hey, I'm going to give a shout out
Right,
to my
and you know, while you're listening to this
Oh,
on
Brandon.
night shifts,
Brandon
you know,
Ellison. Brennan, I love you, buddy, so
If
much.
you're going to do this.
while you're listening to this on night shifts, probably because that's
Yeah.
when we have time. Get back to work. Wake up.
Yeah, you motherfuckers. who are you going to shout out to?
I'm going to shout out to my electrician, Anthony. Thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
Thank you for listening. I know you enjoy it. So
and Mary, thank you for all you do out here on the podcast. Mary does a lot. So thank you so much, Adam, for coming on. Like,
Oh yeah.
and
definitely.
you got anything else to say you want to bring up or talk about? Because it's your opportunity.
Oh man, I mean,
How come
if
Rachel
we're wrapping
doesn't
up,
do as
I mean,
much?
Well, Rachel, we love you too. Rachel, I mean,
yeah,
obviously.
Rachel, why don't you do more?
Rachel, don't listen to this fucking goon. Rachel does enough. Rachel does a lot around here, and we know that. I heard your guys' little conversation around here earlier.
What?
Rachel constantly is fucking moving with these fucking kids. Right?
They're not my kids.
Well, they're your grandkids. But so, did you want to say anything, Adam?
Oh no, I mean, I've been since you asked me to come on this week. I've been thinking about stories, and I had like a bunch of them lined up.
But the second that fucking thing turns on, does your mind go?
Oh
blank?
no, I mean, I
do you
still,
have it? Is there a couple you want to tell?
I mean, I've got a couple more.
You got more.
Well, if you're trying
No,
to
no,
wrap
no.
up,
No,
if
no,
you're-
no. Let's hear a couple more. We
Okay,
got time.
all right. So let's see. I'll name off the names of the stories, and you tell me which one you want.
All right,
to hear.
I like this. Okay, let's
All
go
right.
with that.
So I'll start from least interesting to most interesting.
Let's go with that. All right.
All right. The time we ran from the cab driver.
Nope.
It's a good one. Not that great. Not that great though.
Just start from your best. And work your
No,
way
I
up.
want to hear the titles of these. Go on. what's
Okay.
it?
The time I sat naked in a Chinese burger
All right,
joint
that
in
one.
All right, let's hear that.
Koreatown.
All right, let's hear that.
Naked's great.
All right.
You sat naked in a fucking Chinese restaurant?
No, it was an American restaurant in China,
American restaurant
in
China.
Koreatown.
In Koreatown.
Yeah,
So
they
you
have like a little Korea, like the
Oh, yeah, yeah, like Little
Chinatown.
Italy, Little-
Yeah, we have like Chinatown, Little
Yeah.
Italy. Yeah, they
Yeah.
have fucking.
So go on. Tell me
Koreatown.
what happened.
Okay, so there was this burger joint in Koreatown, right in Shenyang, China,
Okay.
right, which is funny enough in just that sentence,
Right.
All right.
right. So we used to go there
So an
all the
American burger place in Koreatown in China. All right.
Yes.
All right.
right.
Sounds
So
very tasty.
Sounds great.
yeah, the burgers were horrible,
Oh, well. Just like our Chinese
but they were
food.
burgers.
Yeah,
But they were burgers, and we're Americans, and we like burgers.
So what happened?
Probably
Right. So this is like the place we would go to. It was a 24-hour fucking joint.
Okay.
We would go there after the bar.
Sit down.
Right.
Is it like a sit down place?
Yeah, it was a sit-down place.
Like a Fuddruckers or a Applebee's?
It-
Or
it-
like Burger King closer to that?
No, it was.
Or like a red fuckers.
I mean, there's really no comparison.
Fuddruckers.
No,
It's built
No
like it was built like a
comparison.
Chinese restaurant.
Okay. All
I
right.
mean,
But they serve burgers.
but it was burger.
Well,
You could
what they call burger.
yeah.
All right. So what happened?
All right. So this was the place that we would like go and fucking. If we were hanging out in Koreatown, this is where we would go for food after the bar.
Okay.
Right? Because that's what you do after the bar. You go get food. And, that was the hangout spot after the bar. And meaning the fucking people that I had become friends with.
Right.
Which was just like random fucking people that were not Chinese. Right?
So you're like this hodgepodge group of non-Chinese people?
Yeah. So there was a couple of dudes from Azerbaijan and a few Russians, a British guy.
Okay.
I once sat at a table with people from 13 different countries.
Wow. So you guys is this happening now at this, what's this burger place called? Do you remember?
Oh, I have no clue.
Like
I
Burger,
don't
Burger
remember.
Ying?
No, but that's an excellent idea.
All right. So what happened?
All right, so I'm like I'm the young. I'm 15 or 16 at the time, and it's a bunch of fucking 20-somethings
Right.
that are like doing their year between fucking high school and college.
Right. So these aren't like vagabonds. Like these are people just coincidentally happen to be in China at the time and
Right.
travels.
I mean, some of them were vagabonds.
All right. So tell me,
All right, so
how'd you lose your clothes?
all right, so I mean, I'm like the team mascot at this point because I'm like
Sure.
the youngster.
American
American team match. Right.
jackass.
Group of friends, and you got like the young one, right?
Right.
The youngest one
Right.
is always like.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, you fucking pick on him, you play jokes
Right.
on him, and yada,
Right.
yada, yada. Right?
Right. That's how it works.
Oh, it's probably how it works in China.
Right. So, they the rest of the group, they think it'd be fucking funny. Right? And I'm not working at the time.
Right.
And they're like, hey,
off.
we'll give you fucking 200 fucking yuan, which is about $24. But
Okay.
that's a decent chunk of change over there.
Right.
Right? They're like, we'll give you 200 yuan if you can sit naked in this booth for fucking 45 minutes. Something like that. I don't
I'd
remember.
be like, whoa.
Holy shit.
So I was
And
like,
this is
all right.
before cell phones. So you didn't have a phone to look at, right?
Oh, no, this was during cell phone. Okay, Chinese technology
they're
is
definitely-
more advanced than
They're
ours.
definitely
Oh,
recording
shit.
his ass.
So while you guys were sitting on your fucking Nokia bricks, I had a fucking video phone.
No shit.
Yeah.
So are you able to sit on your phone while you're sitting there butt naked in this restaurant?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So I mean,
Yeah.
you're able to have something to at least distract you from.
Oh well, yeah,
The
no, there was
situation.
it
And the
wasn't
question
like a
is why?
smartphone. it was still like a flip phone, but it could take video. And,
Well, I told you why. For money. He's doing this for money.
Yeah, I did it for
No,
you
why do they want him to do it?
For money. Because he's the
Because
youngest
it's
guy. You missed all of it when you had to
fucking
go get your
hilarious.
mixed drink.
because it's
You know?
funny. That's why.
It's fucking hilarious. I don't know. And why did I eat your vomit on the camping trip? I don't know. It's just funny.
It was like half dare and like
I've told half that story
To what?
at work.
To me eating your vomit?
Really? Oh yeah.
I just wanted Amanda to throw up because she was
also
pregnant at the time.
we were heavily intoxicated at the time.
Sure.
So
this is Adam's story.
Oh, so you're drunk? All right.
yes, we're all drunk. This is where we go after
Makes
the
sense
bar.
now.
We've been drinking all night long.
Right.
This is 3-4 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
All right.
Right.
So yeah, they're like, yeah, no, just sit naked in this booth for fucking 45 minutes.
And you did it?
Yeah. Ordered my food,
45?
made the waitress uncomfortable.
She delivered. She gave you the
She
food.
fucking took our order and fucking.
No,
brought us our
you were
food.
with them. So were you by yourself, or were you with this group?
I was with this group.
Would you
And
say
you're the only one that was naked.
Yes.
was it her first white penis she ever seen?
I mean,
She's probably not
maybe
asking that question.
we were there a lot.
I'm asking you.
And they said nothing.
Yeah, just fucking brought us our food. Fucking,
That
You
is
gotta make
crazy.
every question I got uncomfortable.
Well, I know you just can't ask a regular question. It's got to be like involve like race or
Yeah.
sex, something.
Something.
But wow,
yeah.
wow, man,
So yeah, that.
your whole Chinese life just sounds like a fucking whole other.
Oh,
life.
I mean, it was like Jackass, dude.
Right. That's what I was picturing.
Yeah, like
they
14
made
to 17 for me was just Jackass with alcohol in China.
So they had fun
Wow.
with you.
Yeah.
They had fun with you.
Did you? And I asked this question. I had this. I asked this
Don't
question
say it
before,
like that.
But did you have a girlfriend over there, or did you have like a?
I never
Squeeze.
really had like a girlfriend.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
She looked like a girl.
well, no,
You have a boyfriend then?
no.
No, just fucking with you.
There was girls, but I wouldn't classify any of them as girlfriends.
Okay. All right.
Right.
All right.
So
So you didn't bang anybody.
that's not what I said.
No, that's not at all.
Well,
That's not even
Remotely
close.
close.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, we're coming up on the on our 1:30 mark. Is it?
golly.
Yeah, I know it goes fast. Yeah. Does anybody want to shout out to? You got the
mean,
floor.
I mean, I give a shout out to the nerds if they end up listening to this.
The nerds.
The nerds. That's one of my friend groups.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, if they,
They know
listen
who
to
they
it,
are,
what's up, nerds?
right?
All right. So, well, thank you for being on the show, buddy. I mean, it's amazing to think that like what it was like 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks, maybe it was a month ago now. You were on episode 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, background character in that one.
Adam's got like
I mean, and then last
a
week
lot
we did
more
we did the
story.
song
oh,
together.
I know he's got a lot more stories, but
more stories.
so you'd certainly be back, especially because you're about to leave, right?
I mean, oh yeah. I mean,
You're gonna leave the country again.
You don't leave
Well,
the
no,
country
I'm
right
leaving the
now,
States.
right?
Oh, you're leaving the state.
yeah.
Well, either way, we'd love to have you back because I just love I love hearing, and especially coupled up with whatever this guy's conjuring up over there. I'm always so nervous. Anytime he opens his fucking mouth, I'm just looking at him like, oh, here's the end of our podcast.
He always tells me, "Oh,
I mean, I'll definitely jump in and tell another fucking China story anytime.
All right, buddy. Well, thank you so
well, I
much.
love that. I love that.
Me
dude.
too.
Dude.
Thank you so much
It's
for.
nice because I don't think we got any China followers.
No, I don't think we got any Chinese followers. I think
But we might now.
we have Japan, and that's your son.
You think is that him?
Yeah, I would assume it's him. But see, that I don't know how it works because. Also, I want to shout out to Keith McGovern out there in Ireland, who's been a big supporter of these guys. I mean, there's so many good listeners, man. I feel so honored that anybody would even listen to this shit.
So many famous listeners as
Yeah,
well.
so many famous listeners.
Like these guys are respectable.
Yeah, well, no, Keith is certainly respectable. He's an amazing photographer. He's probably the best photographer I know, and blowing, just to blow his name up out there.
Just blowing his name.
Yeah. So anyhow, all right, well, everybody. So that's a wrap for us. Sorry, Shit Me, episode number 7 featuring Adam Smith. Thank you so much for listening, Jason. You want to say anything
Yeah,
you want to say anything non-racist or sexist or homophobic before we
You
leave?
know what? Leave on. Let's just cut this whole.
No.
Redo another episode. I mean, I don't think this one worked out.
Yeah, I don't think it did either. Well, I love you guys. We're gonna drink the rest of the night away.
Anything
Oh,
else, guys?
hey, did you want to try and want to play that song?
Oh yeah, fuck.
I will probably
forgot we were
ruin it
gonna do
now
that.
because I've had too much to drink. Mary, we have my guitar.
Too much time to think.
You're live right now? Oh shit! Rachel, will you hand me my guitar?
How many lives you got?
How many lives are in your hands?
How many lives?
One.
One.
Hi, my sister. Hi, Nora.
Hi.
All right, so we're gonna try and sing a song by King George Strait. Are you ready, Adam?
I mean, as ready as he'll ever be.
King Straight George.
I hope
I
that
hope
can.
he's straight.
We probably should have rerehearsed this
It was a
before we started
goddamn
recording.
king.
All right, you guys ready?
What are you playing?
Love Without End, Amen.
Right.
By George Strait. Let's see what you ready. We come over. Oh, you can't come over here.
I'm not the singer.
No.
I don't know when you're starting.
No, I can't. Oh, we can't hear anything over Jason. Got sent home from school one day with a shiner on my eye. Fighting was against the rules and it didn't matter why. Dad got home, I told that story just like I'd rehearsed. Stood there on those trembling knees and I waited for the worst. He said, let me tell you a secret about a father's love. Secret that my daddy said was just between us. Daddies don't just love their children every now and then. It's a love without end, amen. When I became a father in the spring of '81, had no doubt that stubborn boy was like my father's son. When I thought my patience had been tested to the end, I took my daddy's secret and I passed it on to him. Said, let me tell you a secret about a father's love. Secret that my daddy said was just between us. Said, daddies don't just love their children every now and then. So love without end, amen. Last night I dreamt I died and stood outside those pearly gates, when suddenly I realized there must be some mistake. If they know half the things I've done, they'll never let me in. And then from the other side I heard these words again. Said, let me tell you a secret about a father's love. Secret that my daddy said was just between us. Daddies don't just love their children every now and then. It's a love without end, amen. Sorry, I messed that up a few times there. So that's.
I thought it was all right.
Yeah, it turned out good.
Yeah, it turned out all right. And, I mean, your voice
I
certainly.
mean, I would have cut a record.
Your voice certainly carried most of it. So, anyhow, guys, thank you so much for listening, and we love you guys, and we'll see you guys episode 8.
And we're gonna try to do less singing.
No, we're never doing less singing.
I'm just playing.
No, we're never doing less singing. All right,
I'm not gonna sing much.
All right, and it's a wrap. Love you guys. How was that episode, Mary? You think was it all right?
This is a little thing, man. That be China people got it so hard.